Hi students, let us consider the solution of the revision worksheet given yesterday. I had asked you with reference to the number system what do the following mean, and the first one was n. As many students will know, n stands for the set of natural numbers. Now what are natural numbers? Natural numbers are those numbers which we can see in nature. जो भी हमें नंबर्स नेचर में दिखाई देते हैं, जैसे अगर हम आसपास देखने जाए तो हमें एक पेड़ दिखेगा, दो पेड़ दिखेंगे, वी कैन सी 1 ट्री 2 ट्रीज, बट वी कैन नॉट सी 1.67 ट्रीज, वी कैन नॉट सी 3/7 trees. So therefore natural numbers start from 1 and we can write them as 1 2 3 and so on. We use curly brackets for denoting a set of natural numbers. Set means a collection of natural numbers. We are denoting that by using these curly brackets. That is the first answer. Now let us see the second answer. Second answer which I had asked was what is Z. Now before we come to Z, let us take another set here, set of numbers, which is denoted by W. W, as many students will know, W stands for whole numbers. It is the set of whole numbers. Now what are whole numbers? Whole numbers are natural numbers also including 0. All the natural numbers, if you include 0 also, then we get this set which is known as the set of whole numbers. Now if we take all the whole numbers and then we also include the negative of all the natural numbers, then we will get this set. 0 will come in the middle. On one side you will have 1 2 3 and so on, and on the other side you will have -1 -2 -3 and so on. So this set is known as the set of integers and it is denoted by Z. Okay, the next which I had asked you was another set Z plus. As the plus is suggesting, Z plus is nothing but the same as natural numbers. We take away all the negative integers and we also take away 0, then we are left with 1 2 3 and so on. So Z plus, in other words, is the same as the set of natural numbers. Now let us see the fourth set. The fourth set which I had given was Q. Q stands for quotient. Quotient means one thing, when you divide by another thing you are getting some quotient. So Q means you have to divide one number by another number, and as many students will know from the past class, Q is the set of rational numbers, and rational numbers are those numbers which can be written in the form P by Q, where P and Q both are integers. I can write that as P comma Q belong to, this symbol is read as belonging to, PQ belong to Z. That means P and Q are integers and Q is not equal to 0. Now this is also the definition of a rational number, so therefore you also have question number 5 solved here, so that makes it answer of question number 1 fourth part and question number 5 also. Now let us take the fifth part of question number 1. Now the fifth part was a set R. Now R is the set of real numbers. Now what are real numbers? Real numbers are all those numbers which you have studied so far, whether those are fractions, whether those are decimals, any type of number which you have studied, rationals, irrationals, decimals, integers, whatever numbers you have studied so far, all the numbers are known as real numbers. It is the collection of all possible numbers which you have studied so far, Now basically the set of real numbers includes rational numbers as well as rational numbers. I am using this symbol U. U means union. Union means we have to take the other set also. So Q and Q dash. Q dash is the set of irrational numbers. Q is the set of rational numbers. If you include both of them, if you join both of them together, then you will get the set of real numbers. So real numbers contain both the rational numbers and the irrational numbers, and there is no other number left which cannot be represented on the number line. All the numbers lying on the number line are real numbers. So that is also a real number line which you used to draw like this in earlier classes, 0, 1, 2 and so on, and here -1, -2. So that was a real number line. So that answers question number 1. Now let us move to question number 2. Question number 2, find the LCM. It was find the LCM. First I had given you 26 and 65. Now if you want to find out LCM, there are basically two methods which you might have learnt in previous classes. There are two main methods. So first method is using prime factorization. But before I go to prime factorization, let me just also explain what do we mean by LCM. Many students will know, but some students may not know. So LCM is the short form of least common multiple. Now as we already know, least means the smallest one, common means it should be common to both the numbers, or if there are more than two numbers it should be common to all, and multiple means that number which comes in the table. So if we have two numbers 26 and 65, we are trying to find out a number which comes in the table of 26 as well as 65, and it is the smallest such number because we are saying least, so it should be the smallest number which comes in the table of 26 as well as 65. Now directly we can't read the tables of 26 and 65, so therefore we apply firstly the method of prime factorization. So let us write down the prime factors of 26. 26 can be prime factorized as 2 into 13, and 65 can be prime factorized as 5 into 13. Now as we can see here, 13 is common. Now since 13 is common, we write the common number only once, and the other numbers are then written in multiplication. Whatever numbers are left in both the factorizations, those numbers are written in multiplication to the common number or numbers. So it becomes 13 into 2 into 5, which becomes 13 into 10. So we will get 130, which is the LCM of 26 and 65. 130 will come in the table of 26. 26 5s are 130, and it will also come in the table of 65. 65 2s are 130. So therefore 130 is the smallest number. It is the least number which comes in the table of 26 and 65 both. So it is the least common multiple of 26 and 65. ये दोनों के ही टेबल में आएगा, 26 में भी और 65 में भी. एंड दिस इज़ द प्राइम फैक्टराइजेशन मेथड. जैसा मैंने आपको बताया, जो कॉमन नंबर है उसे एक बार लिखना है और बाकी के जो नंबर्स हैं उन्हें आपको मल्टीप्लिकेशन में लिखना है. देन यू विल गेट दी LCM. इसके बाद ये फर्स्ट पार्ट था. इसके बाद लेट अस सी द सेकंड पार्ट. अच्छा, बिफोर वी मूव ऑन टू द सेकंड पार्ट, लेट अस सी द फर्स्ट पार्ट वंस अगेन. Now we will not use the prime factorization method, but we will use the division method. Division method से हम कैसे find out कर सकते हैं LCM? So let us see here 26 and 65. We know 26 is an even number, so therefore we can divide it by 2. So we write here 13. 65 is not divisible by 2, so we will write 65 only. Then as we can see, 13 and 65. 65 is divisible by 5, so we will write 5 here. 13 doesn't come in the table of 5, so 13 will be written as it is. And then if we divide 65 by 5, we will get 13. And now we will divide here by 13, so 1 1. As soon as we get 1 1 here, then we will stop doing all this division, and LCM will be obtained by multiplying the numbers, the divisions which we have here. So it will be 2 into 5 into 13. So again we will get 130. So that is the solution of the first part. Now let us see the second part here. second part is finding out the LCM of 405 and 162. So if we prime factorize 405, we will get 2 into 3 to the power 4. That means 3 will come 4 times and 2 will come only once. And if we prime factorize 162, we will get 3 to the power 4 into 5. Now as I had told you, whichever number is common, here 3 to the power 4 is common. 3 is coming 4 times in both the numbers. So therefore for finding out LCM, we will write 3 to the power 4 only once, and whatever remaining numbers are there, we will write them in multiplication. So we will get 3 to the power 4 into 2 into 5. 3 to the power 4 is 81. So we get 81 into 10, and therefore the answer will be 810. So LCM will be 810 for these two numbers. Now let us move on to the third part of this question. Third part was finding out the LCM of 1020 and 1530. Now if we want to find out the LCM using the prime factorization method, then we'll prime factorize both 1020 and 1530. You can use the other method also. I'm just using the prime factorization method here. So 1020, if we prime factorize, we can write that as 2 square into 3 into 5 into 17. And 1530, it can be prime factorized as 2 into 3 square into 5 into 17. Now as we can see here, 5 into 17 is common, and there is 1 3 here, there is 1 3 here also, and there is 1 2 here, and there is 1 2 here also. So first we'll write down all the common things here. So we write down 2 into 3 into 5 into 17. Now we will be left here with 1 2, so that 2 will also come here, and we will be left with 1 3 from here, so that will also come. So we will be left with the number here 2 into 3 into 5 into 17 into 2 into 3. If we do this multiplication correctly here, we will get the LCM as 3060. So that is the answer for question number 2. All the parts are solved. Let us move on to question number 3. Now question number 3, it was related to HCF. So let us first understand what is HCF. HCF stands for highest common factor, and highest common factor means if we are given 2 or more than 2 numbers, we see what are all the factors of those 2 or more than 2 numbers, and then we find out common factors, all the common factors, and then we see whichever is the greatest among all the common factors. आप सारे factors निकाल लेंगे दोनों numbers के, और फिर देखेंगे कि उनमें से सबसे बड़ा common factor कौन सा है, and the biggest common factor will be known as the HCF of those two numbers. Again, HCF can also be calculated using the prime factorization method, and the other method